Okay, so here's another interesting question that came up actually in the original blog post that Richard Green was referencing. And this is a question of, if I have a base n number, what's the probability of it being only ones and zeros? So before we get into this calculating, what do you think is going to happen with this probability?
Well, it's going to get smaller and smaller as you get up to bigger bases.
Okay.
I think,
Why?
well, because you have more digits to use.
Okay.
Yeah. Like in base 16.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think is the easiest base that we could do this calculation in?
Maybe in base 2.
All right. So what's the probability in base 2 of a number being only ones and zeros?
Infinity.
It's 1.
It's not infinity.
It's 1.
Why is the probability 1?
Because it's 1 out of 1.
Right. All the numbers.
Yeah.
All the numbers.
It's infinity out of infinity
Yeah.
times.
So we have to simplify the problem just a little bit because it's hard to do in general. So let's say we have a 3-digit number, just to do one calculation. And what base do you want to do this calculation in?
Let's try base 5.
Base 5, okay. All right. So what's the probability in base 5 if I have a 3-digit number that the first number is a 1 or a 0?
Well, you have 5 choices for total digits.
Okay.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
No, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, because you can't use 5.
Oh, but you can't use 0 either,
Why not?
because then it would be a 2-digit number.
High five. Very good thing to notice. So how many choices of numbers do I
You have
So it's
have.
actually
1,
only
2, 3,
4
4.
digits.
Okay, so I have 4 total choices. And how many choices do I have for my ones and zeros?
You want one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I only have, for a 3-digit number, I only have 1 choice. What about, but for a general base 5 3-digit number, I would have 4 choices.
Yeah.
So what about for the second
Well,
digit?
they're independent of each other.
So
Yeah.
they could be either, you have 2 choices, 1 or 0.
I have 2 choices.
And
One
then
or
2 again.
2 again for the last one. What about a base 5 number in general?
Well, you
A
could
3-digit base 5 number, the second
0,
digit.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
5 and 5.
5 and 5. Okay,
So
so
it's 4.
so there's 4 total 3-digit base 5 numbers that are ones and zeros. Over out of how many?
4 times 25 out of 100, or 1 out of 25.
Okay, so 1 out of 25. Okay, now for just a challenge problem, let's have you guys walk through this calculation by yourself. So let's do a 4-digit number.
Yep.
In what base?
You pick.
Maybe we could try and base 3. I think I saw something for that calculation. So we got 1 out of 25.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, well, maybe 1 out of 25 and we're in base 5. So 25 is 5 squared.
Oh.
Interesting. We might see that pattern again.
Ooh, interesting. I'll give you a choice. Do you want to do a 3-digit number in a different base and see if that pattern continues?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. That's a very, very good observation. Okay, so what base do you want to look at next? Pick a base. Any base. Anyone you want?
Maybe we could try base 6.
Okay. And what do you expect the
I
answer is going to
expect
be?
it to be 1 out of 36.
Okay,
Let's
go ahead.
see.
Well, you have
Guys, work together. So you got the 3-digit ones on top that are in only ones and zeros, and on the bottom are all the choices.
Well, you can only use one. You can only do 1 here.
1 there because you have it to be a 1.
Yeah.
So
and
then, well, you can use, for base 6, you can use 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for this.
So this is 5, and then the next one you can use 0 through 5.
So you can use 6.
And
And then
then
this one you could use 2.
And 2.
So you get
4 out of
well,
5 times 36.
well,
So
before we do this, we
can
can
cancel.
yeah.
It's
So we
4
get
out.
5 times 9. This is 4.
It's 1 out of 5 times 9.
1 out of 5. Oh yeah, because we canceled.
It's 1 out of 45.
1 out of 45. So we didn't get the pattern.
Okay, but you still were able to do the calculation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was a great observation that it had something interesting was going on. And maybe we got out of squares, but here we turned out we got 1 out of 45 instead of 1 out of 36. So it was
Yes.
even a little bit more rare than you expected.
And I think I see another pattern.
Okay. What do you see?
Well, I see, for base, 36 is 9 times 4,
Yeah.
so maybe it's the base number minus 1
Okay.
times 9.
Ooh.
And it held for that one too.
Base number minus 1 times 9. So with base 5, we got 1 out of 25.
Base 5?
Yeah.
So,
But it's okay. That'll be interesting to explore. Actually, do you want to try to do it in general for base n?
Well, the probability for this 2-digit number in base n is easy.
Is it? Okay. Well, we're already at 5 minutes. Let's go to the next one. Okay.
Alright.